I I actually I messed up. Some of you thought the live show was at 5 p.m. My fault. I did advertise it as 5 p.m. accidentally, whilst it was set up at 7 p.m. So sorry about that. Actually came on here earlier, about an hour or two ago, and there was already 22 people waiting. And I thought, what are they doing here? They're a bit early. What are they doing? And I left it. I thought, oh, there must just be 22 eager people waiting for the live show. So no, it's my fault. I apologise for that. But now we're here, and it's all going to happen. It's going to go down. Hope you are having a good Saturday, no matter where you might be out there in the big wide world. Go ahead, let me know where you're watching from, guys. I always like to know. It's always good to see. Whoa, the facial hair, says Rowan. Yes, I do have facial hair, Rowan. Not for much longer, fortunately. It will be going in about a week, I reckon. The reason I've got facial hair still, which needs to go, is because I've still got to film a few scenes for Journey Across Japan that I've got to put in between. For various reasons, the camera fucked up, so I needed to redo some things. And for continuity purposes, I had to keep this because throughout Journey Across Japan, I had the bloody hair on my face. So I had to keep it all Christmas. So it will be going soon, so don't worry. I will return to looking good soon. Goodbye, facial hair. To be honest, it doesn't look good. It's very patchy, isn't it? I did get a haircut though, as you can see, so I'm excited about that. It's good to finally have a haircut where there's not loads of hair. I don't look like a wacky, mad fucking professor anymore, so that's good. Anyway, let's see where you're watching from. Kiel, Germany. I don't think we've had anyone from Kiel, Germany watch before, so that's cool. Austin, Texas. Michigan, Wisconsin, West Sussex, Norway, Shrewsbury, Milton Keyes, Sydney, Kansas with a video camera on my shoulder for work. Durham, Canada, Austin again. Rest in peace, Johnny Depp. I'm in Osaka celebrating Naomi Osaka winning the Australian Open. I've hung out with my Australian friends. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that wonderful? Leeds, New Zealand, Essex, Sydney, Ontario, Belgium, Munich, Netherlands, Norway, Frankfurt, France, Norwich. Natsuki will be furious with you, Chris. It's like you're cheating on him, says Matthew. Cheating on him? Why is that? What? Time zones suck, and US daylight savings time doesn't help at all, says Type Beast. Yeah, honestly, time zones, absolute fucking nightmare. I never know the best time to do these live shows, but I always think Saturday's the best day. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. What do you think? When is the best day for you to have these live shows? Because we only do it once a month, so it's important for me that as many people can watch as possible. What's the time in Japan at the moment, says Codex Rising. The time in Japan is, I don't know. I'm not in Japan. I'm in the UK. 7 o'clock, so it's like 3 a.m. I think, something like 3 a.m. Yeah, I am still in the UK. For those of you that didn't know, I'm in the UK, where I've been the last 3 or 4 weeks now. I've after Journey Across Japan finished, I needed to rest up, relax, and unwind. And I felt the best place to do that was the UK, home of the Kit Kat. Now, I don't know if you've just seen the Patreon. Oh shit! I put up a Patreon vlog literally 10 minutes ago, in featuring these Kit Kats. This is a box of Kit Kats. I will be eating them throughout the show because I haven't had dinner yet. Basically, 14 types of Kit Kat in one box. It's a complete ecological nightmare because, as you know, Kit Kats come in one packet usually. You get 2 fingers in a packet. Here, they put 1 finger in a box, right? So here we've got two blueberry Kit Kat flavors in 2 boxes, right? The same, as you can see, one of them has been compromised by me eating it, but the other one's still here. But they're in 2 different boxes. What an absolute joke! That said, great present. Definitely buy it for all your friends if you go to Japan. Let's see what. Let's try a flavor I haven't had before. Let's have raspberry Kit Kat. But anyway, for the next hour. Oh shit! For the next hour, I'm smashing the table and answering your questions. I'm answering all your questions about anything. I'm in a weird mood today. I had a bit of an altercation with somebody on Twitter. That was I kind of had a go at somebody on Twitter who had a go at me. I'll talk about that in a bit. Sorry for anybody that saw on Twitter, because it wasn't a very nice conversation. Anyway, let's see what we've got in the comments. Saturdays are good. Saturdays are good. Saturdays are nice. I prefer Sunday, says Adam. Come on, Adam, you could do Saturday. Yeah, Saturday or Sunday, 4 a.m. in Japan. If those of you wondering what time it was, everybody said it's 4 a.m. Yes, I'm in the UK where nothing works, says Codex Rising. It's a good point. Nothing does work in the UK. The other day, I stayed in an Airbnb in Bristol for 2 days, and the door to my apartment that I stayed in got broken from the inside. The door just wouldn't open, right? That doesn't even make sense. Like, imagine, I don't understand how that happened. I woke up. It was my first night in the house. I woke up, wanted to go out, explore Bristol, have a nice day, and I went to turn the door handle, and it just kept turning around. It didn't catch the fucking lock, so I couldn't get the door open. So I was trapped in an Airbnb apartment. It was 5 stories up, so I couldn't get out the window or anything like that. And I had to call the person and wait an hour for somebody to come and let me out. So I won't be using Airbnb again. And yeah, yeah, be careful with Airbnb because it's kind of scary. Uh, Honestly, of all the things I've said before to you guys and everywhere that in the UK, nothing works, right? Whether it's a train or a toaster or a door, it's not an exaggeration. I've had a lot of things that haven't worked here in the last 3 weeks, but that was the pinnacle of it. A door, not having a door work. How can a door not work? Fucking a nightmare. Anyway, what we got? Jesus, Kit Kat, give me a break. Call out my name, please, says Durder. There you go, Durder. I've done what you asked. I hope you're happy. The government is trying to keep British people from leaving. Yeah, clearly. With Brexit on the horizon, there's no escape. They've stopped the doors from working. Have you ever tried black tea in Japan, says Zenin7. You know what? I haven't really tried much black tea. They do green tea and they do mugicha, which is like a wheat tea. I used to drink that every day, all day when I was a teacher. But no, I haven't really had much black tea. I mean, for me, tea needs to have milk in it because I'm British, right? And they don't really do that in Japan, so it's not good. I don't like it. All right. Martin says, are there any other across Japan trips upcoming? Well, the answer is no. I suppose we've got the rest of the journey across Japan, right? So I'm just finishing the Kit Kat. I probably shouldn't eat whilst doing this. Is it rude? Is it rude, guys, to eat a Kit Kat whilst presenting a live show? I don't know. I don't know what the etiquette is. Let me know in the comments. What offends you? What do I do wrong? What do I do right? Currently, I have no plans to travel across Japan yet. I'm sure there'll be plenty on the horizon. Already, the year's starting to take shape. I've got a weird offer to make a documentary about a very famous Japanese celebrity. I can't really talk about a lot of it in depth because it's still in early stages. It might not happen. But the two exciting things are I might be working on a book that's coming out. I might be working on a book about my life in Japan, and also, and that's just not me writing a book. That's publishing a book, and actually a proper book, not just Chris making a book and putting it on Amazon. Proper book. And I might have a documentary coming out about a really famous Japanese person who I can't reveal or say. Suffice to say, he or she might be very famous, and it could be a really cool defining video for the channel. So yeah, and it's not Ken Watanabe, unfortunately. William has quite rightly said, is it Ken Watanabe? It's not, but it should be. But even if it was Ken Watanabe, I couldn't reveal it, could I? So yeah, but it's not. I don't want to get your hopes up. It's not Ken Watanabe. But we can maybe. What I'm thinking is, once you've got one really famous person in your YouTube video, it's a lot easier to get other famous people, right? So once I've got this person done and put them in a documentary, hopefully I'll open the floodgates to Ken Watanabe and beyond. And it isn't Murakami Haruki either. No, don't try and guess. You probably aren't going to get who it is. But keep trying. Feel free. If you get it, I'll be amazed. But if you get it, I won't be able to tell you. It's the sad reality of it all. If you do an audio book, that would be amazing, says Chantal. Would it? I suppose I could do an audio book. I suppose the podcasts, I've got enough experience from doing the podcast, so that's always a good start. But yeah, no, I had a bit of an argument with someone on Twitter earlier. Somebody called me a cancerous brand. I don't know why. They told me I made videos that are bad and that I'm a cancerous brand. And the interesting thing about Twitter, I don't know if you use Twitter, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but Twitter, it's a very good, easy way of talking to people who you can't usually talk to. But Twitter, I go on Twitter, I see the notifications, I read the comments quickly. And this guy had written some stuff about me being a cancerous brand. It triggered me. I was in a bad mood, and it did triggered me. You should never do anything on Twitter when you're in a not a good mood. It only ends badly. If you go on Twitter, you can see. But yeah, he had to call me a cancerous brand, and I had a bit of a backwards and forwards argument with him. And yeah, I shouldn't have done it really. The trick is just to ignore trolls. The thing is, though, if somebody annoys you, you reach a point where you just sort of snap, right? You kind of want to just be like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna deal with this person. But yeah, I don't know. Don't go on Twitter. Don't look what I wrote. It's not good. I saw you in a documentary on my way to Japan, says Scrublet. It was called Big in Japan. It was the last thing I would expect watching on a Qantas plane. Wow, really? That's cool. I know that documentary. Big in Japan is a good documentary made by a cool guy called Dave, who came to Japan with the sole intent of being famous in about a 1 or 2 year time span. And he kind of pulled it off to some degree of success. But yeah, I did feature in it very briefly. So I'm glad you noticed. It was such a short segment. I'm amazed you noticed it. So that's cool. Oh man, what flavour Kit Kat should I eat next? That's the real question. We've got butter, pistachio and raspberry, or strawberry maple. Shit. This is a new thing I'm pioneering on these live shows. Audience interaction. Should I eat the pistachio and raspberry or the strawberry maple? Let me know in the comments. That will define what happens next. But yeah, I do feel a bit bad that there hasn't been any videos. There's a lot of people messaging me asking what's going on. It's a tough one, isn't it? What would you do if you were in my shoes? I felt the best thing to do was just leave it. I did a Facebook post, an Instagram post, a Twitter post, a YouTube post, and put a photo of me looking across a lake, trying to look profound. But really, I don't know. I didn't know any other way of handling it about not making videos. I needed the time away to not. I was having a mental breakdown at the start of December, so now I feel great. Now I'm back to my true, sarcastic, happy self. But yeah, I wasn't in a good place, and yeah, a lot of people are asking what's going on. Maybe I should have updated them, but then I didn't want to make another video to put on YouTube called Life Update, where I would sit there and talk to the camera about what a crappy few weeks I've had and how I didn't feel happy. I just felt like it's just best done in a little post, write a bit of information about what happened, and then carry on, and then just dive back into the videos. But I don't know. Maybe I didn't handle it right. I don't know. It's a funny old job doing YouTube. It's quite easy to get burnt out. I read an article today in Business Insider. Casey Neistat and PewDiePie were in it, talking about YouTubers being burnt out because there is that sense of pressure. You have to keep creating videos, otherwise your audience gets restless or they don't watch anymore, and it can hurt your brand. So there is a pressure on YouTube, right, to keep making videos. And I'm trying to switch off that pressure because I've definitely had it as much as anyone else. But at the same time, you know, it is hard to feel sorry for YouTubers who are dealing with stress and overwork because they do have a great life, you know, compared to people who are working hard in the job they don't enjoy, not making a lot of money. Most YouTubers make a lot of money, you know, they make good money and they get to be their own boss and they get to travel and do whatever they want. So it's hard to feel sympathetic towards them in that sense, but I suppose they are still human. I'm still human, I think. So you have to feel a bit sympathetic for them, but I don't know. What do you think about that? But back to the big decision. Choose your own adventure. Which Kit Kat should I eat? I didn't actually look. I hope it's the strawberry one. Pistachio, strawberry, pistachio, strawberry, both butter, maple, pistachio. I'm calling that it's strawberry. Definitely it was about even. So I'm taking the initiative and eating the Kit Kat that I want to eat. Yeah. Haha. How many episodes of Journey Across Japan are still not aired, says Duda. There are at least 20 episodes of Journey Across Japan. That's why I'm feeling a bit pressured. Yeah, there's about 20 episodes left, so there's a heck of a lot. And they're really good. They're quite good. Objectively, I think they're far more educational than the first half because we went through amazing cities like Kobe and what else did we go through? Hiroshima, Fukuoka, Kagoshima. So we went through some really amazing areas. So I think it was a lot better. But yeah, 20 videos. I'm basically the whole of February is going to be me sitting in a hotel room alone with no access to the outside world apart from Patreon, and just editing like an idiot, like really hard and fast, editing everything. That's basically my whole of February. And then after February, I'll do something else. Oh, good. Wow. Oh, really good. If you go to Japan, definitely get the strawberry maple Kit Kat. Bloody good, that. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't eat all these Kit Kats because straight after this Patreon vlog is over, I am going to go and get fish and chips. The last fish and chips of the year before I go back to Japan on Tuesday. They're really good, now. All right, let's see what you got in the comments. Are you excited to go back to Japan? I am excited, Nancy. Yes, I'm very excited to go back. You know, when you feel a bit anxious to get back to work after a few weeks, that's how I feel. I'm really, really anxious to get back, dive in, and hit the ground running. I'm also excited. I've had these. I've been fantasizing about being in the snowy northern provinces of Japan, where I live. I quite like winter in Japan, in small doses. Winter in Japan is pretty aggressive. For those of you that live in Scandinavia, mainland Europe, or North America, you'll probably know that the snow is quite depressing after a while. After weeks and weeks of snow, you do feel a bit run down and depressed. But in small doses, it's very beautiful. Seeing the white landscape, being cozy and tucked inside, it's quite nice. Although I don't regret, it's nice not to live in Sakata, in Yamagata anymore, because we got like a meter of snow and it was just a nightmare. But in small doses, it's lovely. So I'm looking forward to going back, sitting in the snow and making a Patreon vlog, the next Patreon vlog next week, maybe with Natsuki. I haven't seen Natsuki in quite a while now, actually. I don't know when the last time I saw him was. The last time I saw Natsuki was at the start of Journey Across Japan. Jesus, it's been a long time. I miss him. Although there seems to be a lot of videos of him coming out on Tokyo Creatives. That's good. I enjoy watching those. It's really quite fun watching videos of Natsuki where I haven't filmed them or edited them. It's always a nice surprise because I don't know what's going to happen. So you never know in Natsuki what's coming around the corner. People are crazy, says Claire. People are crazy thinking YouTubers can upload at the time they're doing stuff and get confused if you post something you did weeks ago. Yeah, I get it shouldn't be too confusing, hopefully. Is there any pressure? Isn't there pressure in most lines of work? Says Gothric. Yes, there is. Absolutely. I still watch people who don't upload even every year. People need to relax themselves. Definitely, Chantel. When you're feeling down, do you have friends to talk to about it? I do. Yeah, don't worry. It's not that bad. I'm not in that bad a state. How do you get a Japanese person to chat with and to socialize and do Japanese language skills? Says Victor. Best way to do that, there's an app called Hello Talk. There's iTalki. Hello Talk's a good one. I think it's a free app. Hello Talk. Download it, and you can talk to Japanese people like across Japan really easily. That's a good one. And there seems to be a lot of Japanese people on Hello Talk, and they're very talkative. Too talkative, might I say. Why am I still late to this? Says Charla. You're not late. Don't worry. Yeah, it's just a bit of a nightmare today. We messed up at times. Will you? Oh my God, there's loads of comments. Struggling to keep up. The caffeine in the tea isn't enough, guys, to keep me up to speed on all the comments. Do you plan to bring Natsuki to Europe this year? If so, can we meet you guys? Natsuki wants me to bring him to Europe. Natsuki is always asking me to bring him to places and spend vast sums of money for him. I don't know. I'd like to. I am still thinking heavily about the Natsuki documentary where he stopped smoking. I talked about this in the last vlog and I talked about it in the last Patreon show, and loads of you guys seem to be pretty enthusiastic about it, right? This idea of making a documentary about Natsuki trying to stop smoking. I think it'd be interesting because I can't ever see a reality where Natsuki is not smoking. I'd like him to stop. His friends, his wife, literally everyone wants him to stop, but Natsuki doesn't want to stop. And it's a strange thing because on the one hand, I want him to stop smoking for his health. I had my granddad passed away because he'd smoked a lot. He had heart problems, and I'm sure most of us know somebody who's had their life affected by the ramifications of smoking. At the same time, I feel guilty taking the idea of taking Natsuki's cigarettes away from him because it's the only thing that seems to bring him joy throughout the day. If you might remember, if you've seen Natsuki the documentary, Natsuki the movie, he says that the cigarettes for him, they're a break, they're an escape from the monotony of daily life, from the monotony of daily work. He works 8, 9, 10 hours a day. And like a lot of people that work hard and maybe don't enjoy their jobs or whatever, they like to go outside and just have a smoke. And that's what he does. It's kind of his escape. So, yeah, I do feel a bit guilty at the idea of doing it, but I think I'm going to do it. I think we should definitely do it. Oh, dear. Sorry if the show's a bit laggy. Certainly when we're back in Japan, there won't be any lag. I apologise if there is lag. I am in London. And whilst London does have all right internet, it's not on par with the wonders of Japanese internet. So, yes, I'm looking forward to being back in Japan where we don't have to worry about the internet. Chris, I make a tea I call a black hole that has iced black tea and a shot of espresso. Give it a try when you need a jolt. I will. I'll do it. Do you ever plan on visiting Los Angeles? Says Adrian. Yeah, it's on the cards. There's a chance I might go to Los Angeles this year for the first time. For various 2 or 3 different projects seem to be colliding and leading me towards Los Angeles. But yeah, it could well happen. You need some strong zero. No, I don't. Don't need strong zero. I need tea. Strong zero is a very dangerous drink. That's sad. You don't have to feel guilty about wanting your friend to be healthy and live longer. I know, I do, but I know Natsuki enjoys his cigarettes. Taking them from him, taking that small bit of joy from him, I think that wouldn't do him very good. But there you go. For those of you that haven't watched the new Patreon vlog that just did come out 10, 20 minutes ago, I did buy some new equipment before I go back to Japan. The one that I bought that's most interesting is this. Oh, God. This is a new microphone. Bought a new microphone. As you probably know, I want to do some documentaries this year, guys. So I bought a pin mic, and this microphone goes there, and this transmits the microphone to the camera. So now I can walk around wherever I want, and the audio quality should be consistently good. So that's one thing I bought. I also bought this audio recorder, so I can record things on the go. The HN4 Pro. What else did I buy? Bought this light. This is the aperture light, some sort of aperture tiny light. Very powerful. I'll be using that to illuminate various things like Ryotaro's forehead. But yeah, I've shelled out some new equipment thanks to the Patreon budget. So yeah, your Patreon dollars do go on good things that are going to make a difference this year. I try and spend some of the budget every month on some new equipment so we can always keep moving forward. But I did explain that in more detail in the Patreon blog. Back to the comments. Meanwhile, whilst I've been showing you equipment, in the comment section, people have been starting the hashtag Save Natsuki. But there doesn't seem to be a hashtag for Let Natsuki Enjoy Cigarettes. Hashtag Natsuki Likes Cigarettes. All right, we'll do it. Fine. We'll make Natsuki the bloody movie 2 or whatever it's going to be called. I don't even know what to call it. What would you call a documentary with Natsuki where he has to stop smoking? Christina Sanchez says YouTubers are people too. Maybe set yourself a reasonable time frame for releasing videos, say 1 per month or every 6 weeks. You have your podcast that people can tune into, plus the Patreon Hangouts. Yeah, it's a good thought, but I do like putting out at least 1 video a week, and we will have at least 1 video a week, probably more once I get back into the swing of editing back in February. Going back in time. Next month there'll be lots of videos. That's all you need to know. Do you ever hang out with UK vloggers like Evan, Edinger, or Dodie? Says Adrian. No, I don't. I don't have any UK vlogger friends, actually. Sad, isn't it? I must say, when it comes to YouTube, I haven't done a very good job networking with people. Don't know why that is. Have you checked if there are any issues with the portable microphone timing? Some of those introduce delays. Oh, do they? I haven't actually properly used it yet. I haven't used it yet. I don't really know when I'm going to use it, probably for a podcast in a few weeks when I'm sitting in a hotel room and I have to talk to Pete for an hour. I always wanted a closer look at Ryotaro's forehead. Why would anybody want that? Do any of you miss Ryotaro? It's been a while since we saw Ryotaro, hasn't it? Although he is coming up in the next video. I'm actually in the process of condensing 3 of the next Journey Across Japan videos into just one video. The reason I've done that is I think alone the 3 videos are a bit average, right? But together they could be one really cool, fun video. And all 3 of those videos contain Ryotaro. There are actually quite a few videos with Ryotaro coming out in February and March. So if you've missed Ryotaro, he's coming back, bigger and better than ever before, and slightly balder than ever before as well. His hairline does change; is on the run. It seems. Oh. I've been watching all your old videos I missed and have run out, says Claire. Oh, that's too bad. The sad thing about the old videos on Abroad Japan is there seems to be less and less every month because YouTube's copyright system has just scans all my old videos. It sees that it hears that I've used a song that I probably shouldn't have, and then it takes the video and the video's gone. So that's kind of sad. So in about 5 years, there'll be like 3 Abroad Japan videos remaining from the older videos. It's such a shame. Bloody YouTube. People monetizing music all the time. Really annoying. I miss Pete Donaldson. I can listen to the podcast, but it's not as glorious as you and him in video form. I'll let him know that. He'll be very happy. I'm actually recording 3 podcasts with Pete Donaldson tomorrow before I go. I'm going to run into London, record 3 podcasts, and then catch a plane. And I'm not really looking forward to that. As I've said before, I don't like flying, so I'm going to have to try and do something to take my mind off the fear of flying. Any ideas? What can I do? What can I possibly do? It's time for the next Kit Kat. As you've rightly pointed out, Martin in the comments has said, what's the next Kit Kat? Good question, Martin. I think these Kit Kats here have so far gone untouched. So I think we should have a look. I don't know what they are. This one's white, so I'm assuming that's white chocolate. Yes, white sublime. What's this one? Pink. Ruby? What the heck is that? Which one should I eat? White chocolate or ruby chocolate? I don't even know what ruby chocolate is. Hopefully it's good. It must just be like strawberry or raspberry or something. Don't know. Only one way to find out. Which one should I try? Let me know in the comments. Yes. I like Ryotaro even more than Natsuki. His reactions to your insults are hilarious. Yeah. I must admit, I find people usually like one or the other. There are some people who can enjoy both Natsuki and Ryotaro. But yeah, I find a lot of people tend to like one more than the other. It's interesting, I've had people say they can't stand Ryotaro because he's like a Mr. Know-it-all character, and they love Natsuki. And then on the other hand, I have people that can't stand Natsuki and find him too random and annoying, but they like Ryotaro. So I guess it depends really what kind of thing you like. I like both. I love the banter that Ryotaro and I have, and there's a good video coming out where Ryotaro and I drive across Yamaguchi Prefecture to try some pufferfish, blowfish, the really poisonous fugu, like in The Simpsons. It tastes pretty average. It tastes all right, actually. But we did that, and we drove across in a convertible car, and that was quite fun. So that was good. So I'm looking forward to putting that out. That's one of our best ones. Oh, the results are in, and literally everybody has said Ruby. Excellent. Good choice. Definitely wasn't biased. I definitely didn't rig it in favour of Ruby. Wow, look at that. It's a lengthy one, this one. Oh, there you go. Looks like raspberry. Smells like just chocolate. I don't know. What the hell's this? What the heck? I have no idea what it is. I don't know what flavour it is, but I can't work out if it's good or bad. Imagine strawberries plus white chocolate plus sour milk, and that is ruby flavour Kit Kat. Oh God, I don't know if it's good or not. Probably not. Yeah, strawberries, white chocolate, and sour milk. Is it a good combination? Probably not. I don't know. Should have gone for white chocolate. Shit. It's a shame though, because that seemed like the best option because it looked cool. Oh, Oh shit. The results are in. The results are in, guys. Who's the most popular out of Natsuki and Ryotaro? I like them both. I love them both. I like both. Most of you like them both. I like to see Natsuki, Risotto, and Pete all in the same room, says Ryan. That's just greed, Ryan. We can't have all three of them in the same room at once. It'd be like a fucking implosion of time and space. I love how casual Natsuki is. He seems so Western, says Type Beast. Yeah, that's what I like about Natsuki. He's very laid back. Most Japanese people, a lot of Japanese people are very serious. Natsuki is not, and that's why I like him, amongst other reasons. Natsuki loves his fellow man, and Ryotaro is just Mr. Smooth. I love them both, says Andrea. I think, yeah, it's different occasions, isn't it? I think with Natsuki, there's something about Natsuki that I like in the sense that there's a playfulness, a childlike playfulness to Natsuki. I look at Natsuki and I don't see a 45-year-old man who smokes too much. I see a 21-year-old man who smokes too much. But he just has that sort of carefree, fun attitude towards life, and I really like it. It's really refreshing. Whenever I feel a bit in the times that I do feel stressed or down or not that happy, all I have to do is go and see Natsuki, and he'll cheer me up. He's just kind of wacky and silly, and he'll cheer you up. So we all think we all need a Natsuki in our life somewhere, don't we? We all need a Natsuki. Oh crikey! What was that? What would you? I can't read. What kind of camera do you use to record activities on the go? I plan to make my YouTube channel, but holding a phone on the go isn't easy. Your suggestions, says Victor. All right, Victor, I'll give you 3 cameras. Number 1, the Panasonic GH5. That's the main camera I use. Number 2, the GoPro 7 Black Edition. I use that for Journey Across Japan. It's really good. And if you want something a little bit smaller, the GH5 is quite big. The Ghost Pro is maybe too small. But somewhere in the middle, the Canon G7X Mark II. Highly recommend that. It's a very popular one for vloggers. Canon G7X Mark II. Probably recommend that one. And it's about $500 last time I checked. But it's really good. Get a lot of bang for your buck with that one. Highly recommend it. Chantel says, I'd say for me, it's a 60-40 split. 60% I prefer Natsuki and 40% Ryotaro. But put them together more often. It's hilarious. I should. Maybe that'll be something I can do. To end Journey Across Japan, I can maybe unite Natsuki and Ryotaro once and for all and redeem myself for the lack of videos. Put them together. Chris, what do you recommend? The Yamaguchi Pass or the North Kyushu Pass? I can't pursue my friends to accompany me in Shimanami, Kaido. I would recommend the North Kyushu Pass because Hakata and Nagasaki are both quite fun. And I'm choking to death from Kit Kats. Wow, so many comments. I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to do my best here, guys. The tea is helping, though. The tea and the caffeine in the tea. Sasha says, half the people had New Year's resolutions to lose weight and stop eating sweets. And here you are, rubbing it into our faces. That's right. Kit Kats. I'm going to stop eating Kit Kats. Or am I? But there's butter flavour. No, I can't. I shan't. I won't. I've got fish and chips coming. I can't compromise that anymore. No more Kit Kats. Stop being such a bad influence. If I put on weight because I've eaten Kit Kats, it's your fault. You made it happen. But look what I just found. Dutch shortcake. No, go away. Get out of my sight. Got fish and chips. Right. Ugh. Ruby is the 4th type of chocolate after dark milk and white chocolate. Didn't know that. I don't know if that's a fact or if that's just Louise Newton's views on Ruby chocolate. Chris, I've got a question for you. Says Romantic Geek. We're going on a honeymoon. Oh my God, tongue twisted there. We're going on our honeymoon in March. I don't know why that was hard to say. Our current plan is to head north the day after we land. We're hitting Hokkaido, then we're going to Sendai, then Nagoya, then Kyoto, and Osaka, and Hiroshima, and Fukuoka, Bloody hell, I hope you've got a lot of money. My question is, do you think the green JR Pass is worth it? For those of you that don't know what the green JR Pass is, first of all, the JR Pass is a pass where you can ride all the trains around Japan for 7 days or 2 weeks, depending on which one you get. The green JR Pass is basically like getting first class on the train. And I do know somebody that did it. I can't remember who it was, and they loved it. And I would recommend doing it because the seats are a lot better. You get like a reclining bit like that where you can put your feet on, and it's glorious. I'll tell you that much. Do it. Get the green JR Pass, and it will make your honeymoon even better. Romantic geek. Do it. I think it's an extra $100, maybe. I don't know how much more it is. If you're still there, let me know how much more it is, and I'll tell you if it's worth the extra expense. But green, if you can shell out a bit more money, it's quite nice. We need more of your neighbour who slams the door, says Koala Chuck. We're not having any more of that neighbour who slams the door. I'm actually I'm going to get rid of my apartment in Sendai. It's the first time I've told anyone that. But yeah, my apartment in Sendai, I am going to be probably getting rid of it in the next 3 or 4 months, maybe 4 or 5 months. Partly because my door slamming is slamming the door so much that I can't stand it anymore, and I'm going to kill him or her. And I think it's a him. It's definitely a him. For those of you who don't know, my neighbour in my apartment in Sendai, every morning they have OCD, and when they go to work, they close the door 25 to 30 times. They'll close the door like that, and it'll bang, and walk off, and then they'll come back, and then they'll go bang, bang, 3, 4, and they'll bang the door again and again to check the lock, and then I'm sitting in bed losing my mind. That's horrible, and I'm going to kill him. That's why I've got to move, basically, because that'll be a sad way to end abroad in Japan. Just me committing homicide in Japan. That'd be really sad. Don't remember what the question was now. I wasn't a question; it was a comment. No, so yeah, I'm going to move. I'm going to move apartments. I'm probably going to downsize my apartment in Sendai. I mean, my apartment in Sendai was already pretty pathetically small. But I'm thinking of downsizing the apartment in Sendai to half the size, and thus a cheaper apartment, because this year I'm actually going to be going around Japan a lot more. I decided to do something I've always wanted to do, which is kind of live life on the road a bit more, a bit like a nomad, digital nomad. I want to spend a lot more time in Tokyo this year, because a lot of people I talk to and meet, everybody's in Tokyo. The sad reality of life in Japan, if you're doing anything in business or entertainment, it's all in Tokyo. So I will be dividing my time between Tokyo, Sendai, and Yamagata, where Natsuki is, because I love Yamagata and I love Sakata, and I regret that I haven't spent as much time there as I should have. So yeah, Tokyo, Sendai, and Yamagata. If you're in one of those 3 places, let me know. Maybe we can meet up for a drink. But I'm going to be traveling around a heck of a lot. What's your opinion on Pocky? Is it good? Pocky is... No, I don't like Pocky. I don't find it very satisfying, biting thin, crispy biscuit sticks covered in chocolate. I never feel like my hunger's been satiated. Satiated. I can't say it. I never feel like... I don't feel like it's enough. When I eat a Pocky biscuit, I feel like I need more. So, yeah, hunger is satiated. What was I trying to say there? I don't know. If you put on weight, says Jonathan, you'll have to do another cycle of despair. Yes, exactly. Another reason not to eat Kit Kats. The sad reality is I've definitely put on a bit of weight since being back in the UK, because I've been eating fish and chips and fried food and cheese. So the first thing I do when I get back, as well as editing, is run like the wind around Sendai and Tokyo. Eat the butter Kit Kat, please, says Mr. Fujisawa. No, I'm not eating the butter Kit Kat. We've got more important things to do. It does look good, though. No, I'm not eating it. I'm not doing it. I'm inspired to get my girlfriend Japanese Kit Kats for Valentine's Day because of you. Thanks for that, says Jason. Why not? This is quite expensive. How much is it? I think this was 2,000 yen. It's $20 for this box. But again, you do get quite a lot in it. I don't know why I keep bringing this in. I'm not being paid to sponsor Kit Kat. I should be, because I've done wonders for Kit Kat over the years. I made the video promoting sake Kit Kats many times and got no money. They should definitely give me loads of money. But no, definitely get that Valentine's present. It's great. Mm. Uh, how was the UK Coco Ichibanya compared to the Japanese one? We tried to go, but the queue was massive, says Ryan. I don't know, Ryan, but what happened yesterday was Pete Donaldson, who works actually just 2 or 3 blocks from Coco Curry Ichibanya in London. He messaged me. He sent a photo of Coco's and a massive queue of like 50 people or something. Ridiculous, because in Japan, the idea of queuing for Coco Ichibanya curry would just be preposterous, you know. But clearly, it's got off to a good start in the UK, so that's exciting. So maybe we'll see more and more Japanese food, Japanese cuisine introduced into the UK. But yeah, I can't say. You'll have to go and give me the full review. Or Pete Donaldson. Somebody needs to go. If any of you live in London or the UK, go to London, go and eat the Coco Ichibanya curry house, and let us know if it is as good as people are saying it is, or as good as the one in Japan. Nancy says, I'm going on a study abroad to Japan at the end of March for a few months. Will there be snow? It depends, Nancy, on where you are. But yes, half of Japan is usually covered in snow between February and March. Depends what side you're on. If you're on the East Coast or the North bit, lots of snow. So I hope you like snow. Are you going to a fish and chip shop to get food after this hangout? Yes, I am. I'm getting fish and chip shop stuff. Oh, here we go. Romantic Geek. This is interesting. I don't know what Canadian dollars are or what they're worth, but for those of you wondering, on the JR Pass, the JR Rail Pass versus the green JR Rail Pass, it's 566 Canadian dollars for the normal one and $767 for the green card one, and that's for a 14-day pass. In that case, I'd say it's worth it. Do it. Yeah, definitely do it. Because it's your honeymoon, right? So you've got to treat yourself. Go first class on all the trains for 2 weeks, and it'll make all the difference. The seats are just so comfortable. Pocky's quite boring, says Mr. Fujisawa. You heard it here first. I'm visiting Japan in November, and I really like the idea of the Shimanami Kaido cycle. How easy is it to do? Is it doable in one day? And are there some good places to stop on the way? And that's from Natalie Davis. You can do it in one day, Natalie. You'll have to get up early at like 5 or 6, probably like 6 a.m. And you will be cycling 12 hours. So make sure it's summertime when you've got full daylight. And it is doable, very much doable in one day. I did it. If I could do it, anybody can do it. And I've done it twice now. I do recommend doing it probably in May or June before it gets really hot or after summer. But there's, in terms of places to stop, there's no one place. There's places you can stay the night along the way, but there's just the whole route is just beautiful. If you just stop at any point on the Shimanami Kaido cycle across the inland sea of Japan or the chain of islands, you just stop and look around, you'll be amongst the most beautiful scenery in Japan. And actually, for my video, for the video I've got for the Shimanami Kaido, which is coming out in a few weeks after the videos of Ryotaro, I'm going to call the video the most beautiful place in Japan, because to me, that day, cycling through the inland sea of Japan was the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen in Japan, because you're going across bridges, mountains, the sea. It's just so amazing, beautiful. So yes, definitely go for it. Definitely do it. Best thing I've ever done. Much more fun than climbing Mount Fuji. Something I don't think I'll do that again. Maybe Nestle will send you every single Kit Kat flavour if you ask nicely. I've done enough work for Nestle. Z's in the comment section. I deserve money now. I want a bag full of money from Nestle for all the promotion I've given them over the years. That's what I deserve. What annoys me is I bet there are people that get paid loads of money from Nestle, from Kit Kat, to promote bloody Kit Kats, right? I bet somebody gets paid like $1 million a year to promote Kit Kats in their vlog or something. And I promoted it loads and I got nothing. Bastards. I hope no one from Nestle is watching that. That's my sponsorship deal fucked. My boyfriend is Japanese. I would never have met him if it wasn't for your channel when I was thinking about learning Japanese 3 years ago. He proposed last week and I said yes. Wow, congratulations, Louise. That's amazing. That's really cool. Congratulations. I hope it goes well. I hope you have a nice wedding and a nice honeymoon. We have been talking about honeymoons for the last 40 minutes, so hopefully you've got some ideas there on what to do and where to travel. And now we know, get the JR Rail Pass, unless you live in Japan, in which case you can't, because it's for tourists only. But congratulations, well done, Louise. And I'm glad abroad in Japan played a small part in that. That's pretty awesome. Do you think it's worth working in IT in Japan? I work as an engineering manager and I have the opportunity to work for a short time, but I don't want to work for 12 hours a day. I'd try it, definitely try it. I know about 5 people that work in IT in Japan, and they generally seem to like it. So I'd say do it. Sorry, this hair is really annoying me. There, it's gone now. I'd do it. Yeah, definitely try it. You never know if it goes really badly, you can go back. Presumably, at least try it. I get a lot of people ask me. A lot of people say they've had a work opportunity come up where they can go to Japan and work for a year or two, and they don't know if they want to take it or not. I always say do it because you might regret it later on. Imagine having that regret. There's nothing worse than having regret. And what better way to mitigate it than by going and doing it? So go for it, try it. I think you'll enjoy it. It'll be an adventure, that's for sure. Lots of comments here. Hi, Chris. Thanks for your work and amazing videos. Watching them always lifts my spirits. I can't be grateful enough. Thank you. It's very kind of you, Miss Shirley. My boyfriend refuses to go to Japan with me because ramen in the Netherlands tastes like water. That doesn't make sense, does it, Sasha? My boyfriend refuses to go to Japan with me because ramen in the Netherlands tastes like water. Someone please convince him that Japanese food in Japan is much tastier than the one in Europe. Oh, well, I can assure you it is. I've yet to have a Japanese meal outside Japan that is as good as the meals they do in Japan. I've had Japanese food in Canada, the UK, France, South Korea, Taiwan, but it's all like none of it matches the quality of Japanese food in Japan. So yeah, and especially ramen. I don't know why. Countries seem to do really bad at doing ramen outside Japan. I don't know why it is. I had ramen yesterday actually in London. There's a chain of places called Shoryu, which means I think just soy sauce. I don't know, Shoryu, not sure what it means. It's a ramen shop in London. I went there. It was all right, but again, it felt a bit watery. There was some flavour missing, some depth missing to it. Yeah, it can be quite hard to get ramen in London or outside Japan. That's good, but yeah, that's your tell your boyfriend to go. Make him watch the video with the Kobe beef or the one with the sushi, and hopefully that will convince him. I've not tried ramen in Netherlands. In London, it's pretty good. Are there any career paths in Japan that don't have horrible? Oh God, it's gone. Are there any career paths in Japan that don't have a horrible work-life balance? That always puts me off. That's from Mr. Fujisawa. I think, well, it's a tough one, isn't it? I'd say if you're working for a foreign company or a company with a foreign manager, then you're in a much better position to not have the horrible, bad work-life balance of Japan, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult one. No, it depends. I just no, yeah. Japan's work-life balance is crap the world over. Like it's awful. I don't have I don't have a lot of good things to say about it. Just try and work for a foreign company in Japan, and that's the best way to avoid having the horrific work-life balance of Japanese work style. It's terrible. Do you go to Wagamama's? No, I don't go to Wagamama's. British, Asian, Japanese fusion restaurant. Rubbish. I can't stand it. I used to love it, and then I went to Japan and tasted the real thing. Thank you. He is smirking now, and I see he will change his mind. We're going to Japan, says Sasha. Wow, this is a great show today. We've had marriages, we've had honeymoons, we've convinced people from the Netherlands to go to Japan. I feel like I've done something good today. This is today's got a lot better. Good. Well done, Sasha. Tell your boyfriend to go. Get the flights now. Flights to Japan from Europe are only like £400 at the moment. So do it. Go. There's no better time to do it while things are cheap. The idea has probably been brought up before, says CL Viosna. But given how many people you inspired to go to Japan on the JET program, you think you'd make a video dedicated to talking about tips and your own experiences. Are you referring to the JET program? I should make a video every year. I vouch to make a video for the JET program, but then I don't want to be the guy who has the one video about the JET program that all JET program candidates watch. I guess that's one reason. Sounds weird, doesn't it? But yeah, I don't know. I should do it though. You're right. I should do it, given how many people I've basically convinced to go and do it don't go and teach in Japan. What's that? How well does Tokyo Creative manage its work atmosphere? Says Dickham or Dickham, not sure how you say that. How well does Tokyo Creative manage its work atmosphere? Tokyo Creative is a special one because the staff are, I think, 70%, maybe 80% foreign. And the manager, Chris Okano, a fellow vlogger, a good friend, he's American. So he manages it like an American company. So it doesn't really have that Japanese management style where there's a really unpleasant hierarchy where you have to go out drinking with your boss. So I think Tokyo Creative is actually a very good place to work. I'm not just saying that because I'm part of them, trying to be objective. I think it's a very good place to work. Yeah, I think it's good. Z's says just don't work for an Asian company in general. Good advice. There's a lot of love in the room, says Louise. Yeah, there you go. One marriage, one honeymoon, and one couple going to Japan. If anything else happens on this live show, it's just a bonus. I feel like we've exceeded the sky of time here today on this one. I think you should switch your channel name to A Cupid in Japan, since you're bringing souls together. Yes, I'll do that for Valentine's Day. Just especially one day, A Cupid in Japan, and then my whole channel will get fucked because of YouTube algorithms. Do you think Tokyo Creative should instead be Osaka Creative, since Osaka is more laid back? It's from Zenin7. I'll certainly pitch it to them, Zenin. I'll see what they say. Probably not, because they're based in Tokyo, as laid back as Osaka is. But I think they are thinking of creating a LA creative, like a Los Angeles division at some point. So if you're in Los Angeles, what's that? Some sort of loud banging noise. One moment. I think there's a dog trapped in a room. Stupid dog. Bloody hell. That was terrifying. There was a loud banging noise. I thought it was like a monster or a ghost because I'm alone in a house. Turns out it's just a dog. And he got trapped in a room and just felt like banging the door for half an hour. Stupid. God damn it, dog. He's a ridiculous dog. Dogs are quite good. Is anyone expecting a baby, says Louise? Yeah, that'd be the only possible way this could get better. 2 marriages, one couple going on holiday to Japan, and a baby. That'd be perfect. Did someone SWAT you? SWAT you, what's that? Adam, Chris, Discord, when? I don't know. Is there any need for a Discord? I still don't know what Discord is. You've got like 5 minutes to convince me that Discord is good. Should we do it? Chris Cord, says Mr. Fujisawa. Yes, Chris Cord. Oh, what are you doing, dog? I can hear him. Walking around being annoying. No, it's not Mr. Snuggles banging away. It's a dog. He's called Oscar. He's the family dog. I don't know if I can convince him to come in here. Oscar. Stupid dog. He's gone. He's gone again. Don't know where he's gone. Well, I don't think we'll be seeing Oscar anytime soon. He's like a ghost dog. It's the best way I can describe Oscar. He's a ghost dog because you hear banging and noises, and you can hear the little bell around his collar ringing in the distance as he runs around the house. But when you go to find him, he's fucking disappeared. I don't know where he is. So I don't think we'll be seeing. If I am able to discover and capture Oscar, the dog, I will take a photo and put it on Patreon, and that will make up for not being able to bring him here to this lovely Patreon vlog today. A Patreon vlog full of love, marriages, and adventure. Discord, is it worth doing? Patreon Discords are pretty common, says Dickham. I enjoy Charlotte's Discord, says Claire. My boyfriend is asking how accommodating are Japanese people to foreigners who don't follow the social etiquette, and that's from Sasha, who is, of course, now going to Japan thanks to this Patreon live show. Japanese people are very accommodating, as long as you don't wear shoes indoors. That's the only red line, I would say. Wearing shoes indoors. People don't do that in Japan. They hate it. It's the only time I've seen Japanese people like go mental, as if you go inside a house. still wearing shoes. Other than that, you're fine. I did make a video a year ago called 12 Things Not to Do in Japan. It's the biggest video I've ever made. It's ridiculous. It's got like 9 million views or something. But do watch that. I think that pretty much lays it out quite nicely. Yeah, again, tell your boyfriend to hurry up and get the credit card out. It's time to go to Japan. Less talking, more paying for flights from Netherlands to Japan. Get on that KLM flight and go. Discord is like a social platform to discuss, voice chat, share things, and do things, says Victor. Yeah, could do. But I mean, what's the difference between like a Patreon comment section and a Discord and a Reddit page? I don't know. There's so many different things, isn't there? I've never worked out what it is. Again, Martin says, yes, Discord. If we did do the Discord, who would it be open to? Would it be people on the $2 one or just the $5 one? Like, AKA people who can join this live chat every month, or people who can watch the vlogs and see it behind the scenes stuff as well? Who would it be available to? Help me out here. I'm completely new to Discord. I don't know what it is. It's a chat room, basically, says Zenok. We can get exclusive Natsuki emotes. What's an emote? Why don't I know things? Why are these things I don't know? I should know this stuff. Sorry, Chris, it's a weird question, but if you were an animal, what animal would you be and why? Says Miss Shirley. If I was an animal, I'd be a hawk. I'd be a hawk because they look cool. Number one, they look cool. Number two, they're not going to get eaten by any other birds because hawks are the ones that eat the birds. And number three, I can go wherever I want. I think that's the main one. Like if I was going to be any animal, it'd be a bird and it'd be a hawk, because then I could look at a mountain and go, I'm going to go there now, and I could fly there, and it'd be amazing. And I could eat some mice along the way for good measure. It'd be fucking brilliant. You can quote me on that. Do you feel like Japanese people don't really like human contact? Says Sebastian. I don't feel that way. I know that way. It doesn't happen. Like human contact, physical contact. I think it's the more normal phrase there. Physical contact isn't really a thing in Japan. That's why they bow a lot. That's why they use gestures a lot. Hugs are a little bit awkward in Japan. I think I've hugged Natsuki once or twice. I don't think I've hugged Ryotaro. That'd be weird. I think I've given a pat on the back. I think that's as far as that's ever going to go. Physical contact in Japan isn't really a thing. If you go to a business meeting or you're meeting a family or something, I would just maybe shake hands. I think it's the best way to do it. Unless they give you a hug or they come with their arms outstretched. Even when I was dating a Japanese girl in the early days, she felt uncomfortable being hugged. She wasn't sure what was going on. So, yeah, they're a little bit weird when it comes to hugs and physical contact in Japan. So do it with caution. Reddit is everyone. Discord is just us from Patreon, says Adam. Yeah, good point. Discord would be a nice closed-off community. Did you bring Mr. Snuggles with you back to the UK? If not, I hope he isn't starved while you've been away. If an inanimate object like Mr. Snuggles can starve, then I'm pretty scared about reality and everything. No, I won't worry. I think Mr. Snuggles didn't join me here. I didn't have enough room in my suitcase to fit Mr. Snuggles in, especially as I had Kit Kats instead. And it's a decision that I stand by. Kit Kats, Mr. Snuggles, a cat thing. Kit Kats win. Winter in Japan, says Zach. Recommendations on places to stay. I don't know. Where to stay in winter? I don't know, really. Yamagata? Don't know. I like Yonezawa, which is a town in South Yamagata. They have lots of snow, up to 2-3 meters of snow, a heck of a lot. But the ryokan, the traditional Japanese inns, they're very cozy and lovely. You can sit there with your meal. You can look out the window across the mountains and the snow, and it's fucking magical. I love Yonezawa. So yeah, I recommend that. And we did it in a video, my first video with Ryotaro, which is simply called Staying in a Traditional Japanese Inn. That was in Yonezawa, and that was beautiful, and I loved it. One of my fondest memories. Winter in Japan. Do you think it'll be a nightmare to go to Japan next autumn because of the Olympics? Do you mean the autumn this year or next year? If it's next year, I think it'll certainly be busier, but the Olympics will be over by autumn, so probably not. It's probably a good time to go. Again, the great Discord debate is going on. £5, $5 and up, $5. Most people use Discord as a way of communicating. I think your Discord should be open to as many as possible on Patreon, so $2 and up. All right, I'll make a note of that. Discord, do Discord later today after Kit Kats. That's actually a thing I've written. There it is. All right, we'll do a Discord. We'll do it. I know I said it last month, and I did think about doing it, but then I didn't. But now I will do it. I'll do a Discord, and that could be an extra reward for $2 and up. I still don't really understand the benefits, but it looks good for Patreon, so we'll do it. Let's do Discord. Done. I've signed off on it. I've hit the hammer down. We'll do a Discord, and I'll get to work on it after I've had my fish and chips in 20 minutes. Hakone Onsen. Good recommendation from Matt. If you go in Japan in winter, go to Hakone Onsen Inn. It's beautiful there. It didn't snow while we were there, though. Oh, no. Oh, God. What is going on today? There's dogs, there's phone calls. People. Just have to let it ring. Wait, I've got a better idea. There we go. Picked it up, put it down. Genius. It's like I'm in some sort of game show today called Do a live show and deal with the world going on around you. Kit Kats, dogs, marriages, people in the Netherlands who don't know if they want to go to Japan or not, ringing phones. So eventful. The most eventful abroad in Japan yet to date. It's amazing. Another good recommendation here. I'm staying in a ryokan near Nikko. So pumped. Oh, for fuck's sake. Tempted to just disconnect the phone. I don't know what to do. This is awkward, isn't it? Just have to let it ring. Fuck.
Hello, your call cannot be taken at the moment, and you cannot leave the message, so please call later.
Oh my god, stupid thing. There we go. Disconnected the phone. That'll never happen again. Fucking hell, what a weird evening this is shaping up to be. And now I know the dog's going to come in a minute and just bark and burn the house down or something. Who has a landline in 2018, says Matthew. I know, right? God, it's the worst thing about the UK, just being back in a family house, a telephone, a landline where people can ring you. It's horrible, isn't it? I hate telephone calls. The worst thing in the universe. Hello, this is Dog. What does that mean? Chris, is there anything you're stocking up to bring back to Japan with you? I'm packing for my 3-month stay in Tokyo now and trying to think of what weird thing I miss from home, says Debbie. I think when I went, the first time I went to Japan, I took a lot of money, which was £1,000, which I guess isn't a lot of money. And I also took a lot of tea. I remember I took a lot of tea with me. So that was good. Tea. Take tea, Debbie. For some reason, Japan doesn't do good British tea. Although I'm running on the assumption you're British, and you're probably not, because you're right. Most of my viewers aren't British. Yeah, just take, I don't know, just take anything that makes you happy. Take anything that sparks joy, to quote Marie Kondo, the Japanese cleaning expert. Take anything that you think you're going to miss. But yeah, maybe cheese. I'll probably take some cheese with me to eat on the plane. Wait, can you even do that? No, probably not. Pick up and say it's the wrong number, says Sasha. You should have answered the call. It's a call about a business opportunity from Los Angeles, says Real Clown. Yeah, I know. I've missed a groundbreaking business opportunity, even though this is the family house and the phone call is definitely not aimed at me. Was that an actual answering machine? I didn't realise those were still a thing, says Armoured Phalanx. Yeah, I know, right? Creepy stuff. It is a real answer machine. Look, it's over there. There, answer machine. There. Also, I like the little elephant. I don't know what the relevance of that is, but it looks cool. I don't think there's anything else to show you. If you could go by cruise ship from Dover to Japan rather than fly, would you? says the infamous Jack Sadler. No, I wouldn't. And that is because a flight is 12 hours of misery, but a boat is about 2 months of misery, unless it's a really good boat. I know somebody who did this thing called Peace Boat, and look it up if you've got time. Peace Boat Japan, and it's a boat that goes around the world from Tokyo, all around Asia and Europe and America, and then back to Japan. I think it takes 3 or 4 months, and they always look for foreigners who can teach English on the boat. And a lot of foreigners do it as a kind of volunteering job, where they travel around the world on this boat. Sounds really good. I know a friend that did it and loved it. But he travelled around the world for 4 months on this boat, leaving Yokohama port, ending up in everywhere from India and Dubai to South America to London to Portsmouth. It was amazing. It sounded really good, but I wouldn't do it. I couldn't stand. I think after the first week on a boat, I think I'd feel rather claustrophobic. So no, don't think I would do it, Jack. Hi, Chris. Is there anything that you've ever wanted to do or try in or outside of Japan? Says Soul Squad. That is the most vague question I've ever heard. Certainly the most vague question award. That is the vague question award of the day. Yes, the thing I've wanted to try inside Japan and outside Japan is making a short film, making a good short film, and then putting it into a film competition, like a proper film festival, and then getting the recognition I deserve for a short film that needs to be good. That's what I want to do. I'm kind of hoping to do that this year. It's in the plans. Do you know the channel Simon and Martina? And if so, do you plan to make a video with them? No, I know them. Yeah, they're great, but I don't plan to make a video with them. Really, I don't know why we need to do that. I don't really collaborate with that many people. But they are nice. The Simon and Martina are a very nice couple. They did save me the time we did a live show, which I've taken off of my YouTube channel for all the right reasons. But yeah, they're really nice, but I don't think I'll be working with them. But the last time I saw them was 2 years ago, when they invited me to a Halloween party at their house. It was rather fun. How long is the flight to Japan from the UK? The flight from Japan to the UK is at least 12 hours, last time I checked. So fuck, shit, I'm not looking forward to it. If you've got any film recommendations, any film or television recommendations that I can watch along the way, let me know. Although this time I am actually going to try and edit on the flight and actually have a productive flight for once. Hey Chris, says Winchester Robinson. What editing software do you use for your videos? I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I stand by that, no matter how many people tell me to use Final Cut Pro. Yeah, Adobe, you can do a lot more. I stand by it. It's great software. I'm going to have to start wrapping things up now, guys. This dog, I don't know what the dog's doing. I better go and check on the dog. I'm worried the phone's going to ring again. And above all, I just want some fish and chips. It's been good fun, though. I've enjoyed this one. Had a lot of fun. The next month one will be probably towards the end of February. Hopefully there'll be a better connection. Sorry if the connection was a bit shit. As somebody just said, it's a bit laggy. But I will be in Japan, where the internet is at least 3 times better than the UK. So I'm looking forward to that. And yes, it's going to be good. Who are you flying with? Says Martin. I'm going to be flying with British Airways this time. For the simple reason that it was the cheapest one, which is good. Yeah, I think that's it. There will be new videos coming out of Journey Across Japan. I'm working on that furiously, and I can't wait to get more out there. Thank you for all of you for waiting and being patient. And for those of you that haven't seen it, watch the new Patreon vlog, which just came out about an hour ago. And apologies again for the fuck up on my end with the times and the release dates for this, the release times for this. Sorry about that. But for now, guys, that's it. Have a good one. I am not going to eat the Kit Kats. I'm going to leave them. And I am going to do a Discord. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to get it rolling. Over the rest of the weekend, I'm going to get it done. All right. Hopefully, lots of people will be happy about that. I'm curious as ever to see what happens with it. But I think I'll make it available to $2 and up, because I mean, there's only 2,000 people on Patreon, and of that, I think only a few hundred would probably engage with it anyway. So it'll still be a nice little community. So I'll get up and running. But for now, no matter where you might be out there in the big wide world, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Have a great Sunday, and I'll see you very soon. Have a good one. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Do I have to beatbox my way out of it? Do I have to beatbox? I probably should, shouldn't I? There we go. 3, 2, 1.